Okay, let me go on TikTok. I don't know. I was trying to set up the stream, but it's not allowing me to stream on TikTok and all the other platforms as well. So I'm just streaming on YouTube from the laptop and then stream on this one as well. So let me just play some music, share screen. Operating system preference. Okay. I'm waiting for you guys to just share to your friends. Share to your friends, let them join. It's me, Bright. Hey, I'm away. Yo, Bright, yo, what's up? Denga Clark. Well, how do you see Ibrahim's US international student? Okay, I've been asking your questions. I know reply yet. That's why I'm here. If I haven't replied to you, that is why I'm here. I've been listening to this song for some time now. I love the song. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be starting in just 2 minutes. So we want to use this time to share the link to your friends and the family or whoever said it was going to. Yeah, I'll reply. Charlie, my Instagram message is hello too, so I'll reply to everyone. I normally reply to everyone. Wendy. All right. If I haven't responded, just send hi or something at the end of the day. I'm planning to apply to the okay. Don't forget this question. TikTok people are joining, so let me give them some time. Okay, so I'm watching myself here, so I was just trying to check everything was intact. Okay, all right, so since everyone is ready, yeah, you can watch it on YouTube. Just go to my YouTube channel, hello, people are joining me. I didn't know people are going to join us. All right, so let me just sing this song. All right, I love this song so much. So I'm going to play this song and then we'll just jump right into it. So those of you who may know, I'm from Ghana and I was born and raised in Ghana. So I just love Ghanaian songs. I want the TikTok people to just increase a little bit. So I'll just start. I'm trying to write all the questions, but I don't know. Okay. All right. I'll probably get copyrighted because me too. But I mean, I'll get copyrighted and I don't know what will happen. Anyways, welcome to my page. I'm gonna stop sharing the screen. All right, welcome to my YouTube channel, guys. First and foremost, where's your brother? Which brother? Abel. Abel is in Connecticut. I'm in West Virginia. All right, so let me officially introduce myself. Most of you may not know me. If you don't know me, my name is Charles, and I'm currently reading prayer law in the United States. I'm in University of so and so. I'm actually the name, but so yeah, that is a little bit about me. I write books. If you want to get a copy of my book, you can go to Paris Chapel Bookshop. We just restocked the previous ones that was from here, so they brought new ones into the bookshop. So yeah, you can go there and get a copy right now at the Paris Chapel Bookshop, and it's not expensive. So Nanaya is also on there. Nanaya has been a day one supporter. I've seen you, Nanaya. So yeah, so without further ado, I'm going to talk to you guys about top 3 things that I feel everyone should really know or should really understand before they just step foot into this whole thing. Now, there's a tree saying that if a crocodile comes from the water to tell you that whoever is dead, the shark or whale is dead, you shouldn't doubt him. I am here by the grace of God. I'm the US, and everything shows I'm in the US. So I know what is happening here. I talk to people from the US all the time. I have a lot of friends here, and we know what is common among us. We know what is the problem that most of us are facing. And funny enough, the problems that we are facing, that is the same pattern that most people back home, or that is the same mindset that most people carry before they come here. And then when they come here, they get stranded. So I would want to help you guys beforehand so you guys don't end up in the situation that most of us ended up in. Now, I wish that when I started this whole journey, there was someone who was also on YouTube, making videos telling us the reality on ground. If they did, we would probably have taken a different route and not end up in this situation. And what is the problem that most people face when they come to the US? It is the school fees, okay? Most people come here and they struggle to pay the school fees. So today I'm going to start with you guys how to actually get schools over here, how to pay your fees and everything, and then we'll carry it on from there. But then I'll have time for everyone. It's 12:06 p.m. and it's 4:06 p.m. in Ghana. So it's 5:06 p.m. in Nigeria. So without further ado, I'm just going to pray with you guys in the beginning because I am a Christian and I pray before I start everything. So wherever you guys, I'm going to pray a very short prayer. Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for this particular afternoon. We thank you so much for bringing us together, Lord. Whoever is here with a problem, Lord, let them live here with a solution. In Jesus' mighty name, we pray for your presence to fill this very meeting in Jesus' mighty name. Amen. Okay, so now a little bit about me. When I was in Ghana, struggled in Ghana, grew up in Ghana, suffered in Ghana, did everything in Ghana. And when I was coming to the US, to be honest, to be 1000% honest, the goal was to come here, work and then pay the school fees. And I'm a very ambitious person, right? So every ambitious person has this mindset that when they come to the US, they'll try their possible best, get a job, work 16 hours. If I work 16 hours and I'm able to make $16 an hour or $20 an hour, I'll be able to, save this amount and then my life will be set. We got to the place, or we came to the US and we realized that it could even take you up to a year and you wouldn't get a job. There's no picture here. Which picture? TikTok, can you guys see me? Someone is saying there's no picture here. Okay, so we came here and we realized that the reality on the grounds is, who is mentioning my school? Hey, you can't. Everyone is like they can see me. Okay, so we came here and then the reality on the grounds was different. I'm telling you, when I've helped most of my friends or some people to come to the US, and every single day they call me and they're like, bro, yeah, I'm live on YouTube. Everyone is like, bro, how do we pay the fees? How do we pay the fees? And I'm like, I do not know, because you all came here with the same mindset that we are coming here to, work and pay the school fees. And the visa officers know all these things. They know the reality on ground. That is why I always mention this in my interview, that when I went for my second visa interview, the visa officer told me that people come here and they struggle to pay the fees, and I should get a school which is very cheap. And then that was the best advice that I ever had, because I'm telling you from the experience that I have, the little experience that I have here, that making money in America is very hard. Forget about what you see on the internet that, America is the dream. Making money in America is very, 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 very hard. And I'm going to break it down to the most realistic way ever. Now, assuming you have a business in Ghana, okay, let's assume you are a business owner in Ghana. You have a big company and you are hiring people. You are hiring people actively and all that. And then someone comes from Nigeria, someone comes from Togo, someone comes from Benin, someone comes from Cote d'Ivoire, and they come with their accent, their thick Togo accent or their Nigerian accent. And they're like, Omo, are you hiring in your company? You being the Ghanaian, be very honest with yourself. You being the Ghanaian that you are, would you pick a Nigerian over the Ghanaian? Even if you are hiring, like no matter the amount of people that you need, would you pick the Nigerian over that Ghanaian? That is the reality here. It will get to a point that you wouldn't believe this, but it gets to a point where just because you come from Africa or just because you have an accent would make them choose someone here over you. Not because you're a bad person or something, but it's like they feel you don't know anything here yet. They feel you don't have the experience on the ground yet. So no one wants to take that risk and give their company to you. So that is the reality over here. I mean, I've applied to so many jobs and I know what I'm telling you. I applied to over 50 plus internships and they all refused me. Like, if you see my resume, it's not like my resume is even superb or something. My resume is something that should qualify me, but they kept telling me that no. It means that over here, jobs are very hard if you are an immigrant or a non-immigrant. So when you have that mindset that, when I come to the US and I work hard and then, I come here and then first 3 days, my friend told me that, hey, he had a job. Why in America, you get a job. It's not true. I'm telling you. My own best friend is here, and then the way we are struggling is like every single day when he calls me, he's like, bro. It's like, it's not easy on the ground here. So the bottom line is, I want you guys to have this mindset. Now that you know the reality on grounds, I'm telling the reality on grounds. Now that you know the reality on grounds, that over here, jobs are not guaranteed. They are not 100% guaranteed. Chances of you coming here and getting a job in the first year is almost impossible. You probably spend a semester or more before you would even get a job. Have this at the back of your mind so that it will help you take a decision as to whether you want to relocate. And understand the problem that most of us are experiencing, that is the country's hard. Our leaders, none of them have sense, so they are not even thinking about the country, and it's affecting the youth in Ghana. So everyone wants to find an escape route, but then you would want to do it the right way. You wouldn't want to, be sad in Ghana and then come here and then thinking your problems would vanish, and you realize that your problems are even gone through the roof. So what is the first thing that you would want to do when you want to relocate and you don't want to come and struggle over here is find schools which are very cheap. And when I tell people find schools that are very cheap, they're like, oh, can you recommend some schools for me? Can you recommend schools that will give me full funding? I'm not the one supposed to recommend. When I say find schools that are cheap, the US has over 7,000 universities here. I don't want to share my screen, but the US has over 7,000 universities. 7,000 universities, people are graduating, people are dropping out all the time, meaning there is a particular school for you. Out of the 7,000, just I think 300 or 400 offers full funding for, those private universities, the Harvard, the MIT, and all those schools. They are the ones that offer the full funding and stuff. Apart from that, most of them offer competitive scholarship. And to get a competitive scholarship, Abel just joined the live. Abel, if you want to join, I can bring you on later. All right, so if you want to get a competitive scholarship, your application has to be competitive. You don't have to submit a normal application just like everyone else is doing, because if everyone is submitting the same thing, you're all going to get the same thing. How do you know that you're all getting the same thing? When there's a school like Wingate University out there and everyone is like, yo guys, Wingate University is saying free application fee, no application fee, blah, 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 and we're all going to apply, and then everyone gets $27,000 scholarship. It shows that it's not even a scholarship. That general scholarship that they've been giving you, it's not even a scholarship. It's like, I don't want to say a discount. It's like I'm selling the product for 50 Ghana cedis, and I tell you that the product is 70 cedis, but I'm giving you a 20 cedis discount. Technically, I didn't give you any discount. I just sold the raw price to you, but I told you that it's not the raw price, right? So that is what most people do here. So if you want to get a competitive scholarship, you have to get a competitive grades. Now, your grades might not be good. We'll come to that. You don't want to make your application very competitive. You have to sell yourself to the school such that they would even think that you are a blessing to them, right? So for me, I had to sell my school with it. I had to sell myself to the school with so many things that I did back in high school. So I ran track, I went to cross country, I went to super zonals, I went to intercolleges. You know, I was in the debate team, I was reading poems and all that. So I had to sell myself to them. How did I sell myself to them? Through my recommendation letters and my essays, right? So when you write recommendation letters from your colleges or your high school, and then when you write your essays, you prove to them that, oh, this person is someone that we would want to have in our school. So that is how to sell yourself to them. And then you get great scholarships so that eventually your fees would be something below like $15,000 or $13,000 a year. So when you come here, you can, you know, force yourself and then figure it out. But then when you come here and let's say you even go for a visa interview and your fees is $30,000, $45,000, the visa officers know that no matter who you are not going to pay that money. You can't get that money like on the grounds. Over 80% of Americans don't have $30,000 saved in their bank accounts. How much more you from a third world, Daniel, third world country, Ghana, Nigeria, Togo, where the minimum wage there annually is like $2,000 or whatever. Like, I stand to be corrected, but the reality is that they know we don't have this money. So when you go for your visa interview, they will not waste their time to tell you that, oh, how are you going to pay, blah, blah, blah. They would interview you for the sake of you paying for that visa fees and coming. They are not going to tell you that, oh, go or something. They would have to interview because you have to be interviewed, right? So you have to sell yourself in your application. I'm getting confused by the comments. You have to sell yourself in your application in a very positive way so that when you come here and the schools are offering you the scholarship, they know that, yes, this person deserves it, right? Now, the next thing that I wrote out here, you would want to take note, okay? So sell yourself such that the school would want to give you a lot of funding to ultimately limit or reduce your cost of attendance over here. So now the first thing that I'll talk to you guys about is the best advice that I wish I had before coming here or before I started this whole journey. I believe most people are now starting their journey and all that. So the first thing is stop watching so many YouTube videos, okay? Whether it's me, my videos or whatever, stop watching so much TikTok videos and YouTube videos about, 3 things to do in America. I know you love advice and all those things, but 9 out of 10 of the things you watch are just people's experiences. They are not the reality on ground. When you watch these videos, you get confused. When you come to my page and you watch a video about, let's say, how to write a statement of purpose, and then you go to, no, Daniel, I didn't ignore your comments. Daniel, I didn't ignore your comments. I gave you shout outs, Daniel. All right. So when you come to my YouTube channel and then you watch a video about how to write a statement of purpose, and then you go to another page, how to write another statement of purpose, and you go to another page, and then you get so confused and you're like, this whole thing is confusing. Stop watching so much TikTok videos, so many YouTube videos. Stick to one person. If it is Fila TV, yes, stick to Fila TV. If it is my friend Nat, stick to Nat. If it is Freddy Flex, stick to Freddy Flex. If it is my page, stick to that particular place. It's like you can't follow 2 people to the same path. You have to follow one person, like the person that you started with. Follow that same person's advice and then eventually get to the place that you want to go. I'm saying I need help. I need a visa for my side girl back in. Oh, Danny, I'm serious. All right, so follow just one person's advice. Don't watch so many YouTube videos. You would get confused and you think this whole process is confusing. It is not confusing. So get that person that you want to, like, you really admire the person's journey. Maybe you saw someone who got approved on the first try and you're like, I also want to get mine approved on the first try. So this is my mentor. This is someone that I want to use as part. You see another person, he got his visa refusals like 4 times. Okay, this is my story. This is someone that I also want to follow. Yes, and then you follow that person's path. Don't follow 3, 4, 5 people and then listening to this advice that you get confused and then you think this whole journey is confusing. Yeah, so that is it. Another thing that I would want you to do is you'd lose motivation along the line. I mean, I lost so much motivation and you would probably lose motivation. You are probably watching this and you've lost motivation and then you are thinking that this whole thing is like, stressful and all that. Now, if you want to regain your motivation, I already made a video about it. If you want to regain your motivation, think about your why. Before you do anything in this life, think about the reason why you are actually doing it. If the why is just to, come here and flex on people and then, let people think that, yeah, you're coming to America, yeah, America, you look fresh, your skin will be nice. You would quit very easily because all these things are just like they are vacuum, like there's no sense in it, okay? But then when your why is that, these are the things that I want to achieve in life. I can't achieve any of those things in Ghana. Me, when I was in Ghana, I couldn't write books. I'll write books and then Amazon will ban the books because I'm from Ghana. Like they didn't believe, they thought it was a scam. So they closed all my Amazon accounts, closed my podcast accounts. I couldn't do anything in Ghana. And within me, I knew these were my calling, these were my purpose. So I had to just leave the country and come here. I couldn't read law in Ghana because I had a D7 in my Wati comma. So I had no option than to just come here. That was my motivation. So you have to find your why. And anytime you get knocked down by, application refusal, visa refusals, you eventually go back to your why. Okay, so yeah, find the motivation why you actually want to come here, and then it will keep you going. Now, one of the most important questions that people have been asking me is, how do you actually raise money to fund this whole thing? So for me, I raised money by helping people apply to schools over here. So when I was in Ghana, I had already started this whole process. I had already started this journey, and I knew how to apply to schools. I had admissions, I had everything. So I would apply to someone, I would apply for someone, and then the person would pay me, and then all those things. And one of the questions that I used to get a lot back then is, if you can apply for visas for people, why are you not here? And then I was like, oh, by God's grace, when time is up, all those things. So yeah, that is how I raised money. And for you not to get confused and you not to get stuck in this whole thing, take one step at a time, okay? So when you raise your first money, focus on getting your passport. Passport should be like less than 500 cedis. Then yeah, you have your passports. Now you are raising the money for the next step, which is like, admission or application fees. And then you focus on the next step. Don't think that, I need 20,000 Ghana cedis, or you get confused, you get depressed, you start thinking something else. So focus on the next step. Okay, when you are climbing the stairs, you don't think about the 16th step, you think about the next immediate step. Okay, so focus on the very next step. What can you do now? Like, what is the next thing that you can do? Don't focus on the next things. Okay, all right, so that is the thing that you'd want to do. That is how I raise money. You'd want to find something that would solely fund this thing. Do not quit your job, do not quit your school to focus on studying abroad. Don't make the mistake that I made. Okay, passport is 2,000 cedis. Is this express? Passport is like 750 or so. The last time I go for someone. All right, so yeah, the last thing that another people normally ask before I get into the questions, because this is like a question and answer thing. The last thing that I normally get asked is, if your results are not the best, how can you apply? I had aggregate 26 in my WASSCE, and I'm not shy to say it. I mean, you can judge me, but I had aggregate 26. I had D7 in commerce. Accounting was the most terrible course or program I've ever done in my life. I had C6, and that one I even copied. I copied Sango there. He's been my, my friend. So I copied Sango in accounting. I had C6. I don't even know what is the meaning of accounting because I'm not good at math. I had a D7 in what you call math. English was the best. I think B2 or B3. I didn't have an A, but then I'm here, right? So your grades or your results shouldn't stop you. If you had an F, if you can't retake the course or the remedials because you are shy, please go for the SAT. And when you are going for the SAT, kill it. Like, do everything you can do. I probably should have PDFs on the SAT questions. I think I lost it, but if I have it, fine. But kill the SAT. Put everything you can do. Like, do everything that you can do to make sure your SAT is the best, because they trust the SAT more than the results in Ghana. They don't really trust the WASSCE and the transcripts that we show them. They trust the WASSCE results, the SAT scores more than the SAT and the ACT. So when you're able to kill all these SAT scores and all these ACT things, you probably get higher chances here. Now, the question about IELTS. US doesn't take IELTS for scholarship. IELTS is an English proficiency test, just like Duolingo, just like oral English. It doesn't show that you're a smart person or you're academically good. It just shows that you can speak English and all that. Okay, SAT is now digital. Very good. So take the SAT. My time, I couldn't take it. The day I was going to take the SAT, they brought COVID-19 rules and all those things. So I couldn't take the SAT and all that. So get the SAT, sacrifice, pay for it, register, take the test online, put your social media and your TikTok. What is trending in Ghana right now? Who is trending in Ghana? Is it Black Stars versus Sudan? Put all those noise aside and then focus on this whole journey, because it is rewarding at the end, right? Get the SAT scores, make your application stand out, and then you should be good to go. Remember that you are not the only person applying to this school. You are competing against 200 people, sharks, intelligence. Nigerians are very intelligent. You are competing against them. You are competing against even Americans. They are coming here with sports. So why should they choose you, who is in Ghana, who they don't really know you that much, over someone who is coming to play sports that would eventually fetch the school money? You have to convince them to your applications. So yeah, I have so much questions on my screen, so I'm going to take my time. TikTok's own is a lot, but I'll come to TikTok. So I'll start with YouTube, because YouTube is like a little bit this thing. So someone is asking, how do you see, oh God. That reminds me, now when you are writing emails to the schools, when you are submitting emails to the schools, please learn how to write emails, okay? I'm begging you in the name of God. The reason why I'm saying this is because one time my admission officer was asking me, don't they teach emails in Ghana, like how to write emails? And I'm like, oh, not really. Because someone will send me an email and they'll write hi. And I'm like, someone will send me an email, no subject, they'll just write hi. Please, can I ask you a question? And I'm like, that is not how to write email. Emails are professional. It's like a professional mail. It's like a professional message, right? Don't send emails with the subject hi and then the main message, you write something simple or something. Use ChatGPT. Just Google ChatGPT to help you generate emails, right? So when you are sending an email to someone, make sure your email is professional, especially to these admission officers. Even me personally, when you send me an email and your username is like tag 123, I won't think it's like it's someone who is serious or something, right? Make your email your first and last name and then add some 2 or 3 numbers to it. So when you send the email, they respect it. Okay, make your picture or your profile photo a professional one, because these people over here, they are some way. Then they see we like, we don't be like when I know opinion, something like that. So if we are sending emails to them and it's like, you understand. So yeah, make your emails very professional. Review, learn how to write emails. Just go on YouTube, write emails, and then send it to the schools, and then you should be fine. All right. So we are going to go to the question: how do you see Idaho State in USA? For I haven't been to Idaho before, so I wouldn't know these things. Okay, most of them are just greeting. Hi, Sam. What, bro? What's your school's transcript evaluation policy? How do I answer this? What is my school's evaluation policy? I think you should just check it yourself. And I don't personally like recommending schools to people and telling people what I've learned, because for all you know, the website has changed, their policies has changed. So you should do the research yourself. Listen, America is hard, okay? America is a very tough place where assignments require you to do like the real thing. So when you don't build that research skills in Ghana and you come here, you'd always be crying. I built research skills in Ghana because I'm always researching. When you come here, they can give you an assignment, like an assignment I submitted last week. It was just 3 questions. And your answer should be like 15 to 20 pages. Not like right, like typing 20 pages, meaning go and research, add sources, deep research, build all these skills in Ghana, build all these characters in Ghana. When you come here, you'll be able to ace it, because over here, things will catch up with you if you don't really build those characters and those habits from the scratch. So build all these habits, research things, all these things that people are asking me. It's something you can research on, okay? So yeah, research it and then get back to me. Can you explain the process of getting your driver's license as an international student? Okay, so I have my driver's license, so I can answer this. So I got my driver's license 1 month after I came here. And it's easy. It depends on the state, okay? So I'm going to speak for my state. And most states are like the same. So you first of all have to get an instruction permit. Okay, so an instruction permit is like you take the knowledge test, you take the question and answers, which is very easy. It's like the easiest. How do I mute this? It's like the easiest part of the whole thing. So you write the knowledge test. My state, you can write it online. You write it, you pass. It's 21 questions, 25 questions. You have to get 19 correct. Once you get the 19 correct and you pass, they would give you the instruction permit. I can't show it on camera, but they'll give you an instruction permit card. And after 30 days, you can go and take the road test. When you have the instruction permit, you can drive, but then someone who is 21 has to sit by you, okay? So when you pass the instruction permit and then you go and get the main driver's license, you have to pass the driver's test and all that. It depends on state to state. I know New Jersey is very hard because once you get the instruction permit, you have to wait for 6 months and then take the road test. And most of you may not know, but over here, your driver's license is basically your main ID. You don't carry your passport along. No one carries their passport. When I'm traveling, I use my driver's license. No one asks you where's your passport. It's like your ID. So you want to work on your ID, and you need to get your social security first. Yes. So yeah, that is how to get your driver's license. We can't hear you clearly through them. Okay. Where's your brother? Okay, hello. Nanaya, is it Nanaya Jako? Nanaya Jako? Is it a Nanaya I know? How did you pay your school fees? Question for the gods. The reason why I don't normally answer this is because people think that when I tell them how I paid my school fees, when they use that part to work for them, that is why I don't normally tell people. I don't want to mislead anyone, right? So I would like to hide this for now. But why are some schools more expensive than the others? Even Legon and Tech don't pay the same school fees. So it's basically the state and the cost of living over there. Please, what if your bank statement has over $80,000 and your fees are $65,000? Does it increase your chances or something? Very good question. So let's say you have a bank statement of $100,000. No, let me make it simple, of $60,000, and your school fees is $50,000. You ask yourself this question, and you'll be like, oh, your uncle is sponsoring or your father is sponsoring. Which uncle in this world or which father in this world would have $60,000 and decide to give their nephew $50,000 every year out of it? Like, you ask yourself, be honest with yourself. Which uncle would do that? And normally, people don't know this, but the reason why they ask whether you have siblings or whether you have dependents, is because they know that your dad is not taking care of just you. So let's say your dad makes $60,000, your school fees is $55,000, he's left with $15,000. You have 4 other siblings. How is he able going to take care of all these people? They know that it doesn't make sense. So you basically you can't take care of yourself. You'll be stranded, right? So the $80,000 balance and the 65K fees, they know that no uncle in this world, even if your uncle is Bill Gates and he has 80K and your fees is 65K, he won't give you 65K to pay fees. He won't do that, right? So that is it. So it won't really help. So greetings to you. Okay, the governor, right? Then when they say transcript from US accredited institution, what does it mean? Does it include international universities? Are you transferring or something? I don't know, because this is a transfer student question. What would you define a good SAT score? Aim for 1,300. You'll be in the 90% percentile. No, you probably be in the 70% percentile. So when you say percentile, it's like 70% of those who are really good get that grade, okay? So get between 1,300 upwards. If you get 1,200, write it again. So get 1,300, aim for it, and then yeah. Can I apply for BSc when I get my visa? Yes, you can do that. How did you manage to get on your feet in America? You seem always be traveling. Yeah, I'll reply on your text. I'm coming to TikTok. I seem always to traveling in America is not expensive. You can travel in America with $200. From my state to Florida is like $65 flights. So that's why I keep telling you guys that America is full of settings. Every plane that we see back home to be like something huge, over here is nothing. If you didn't write SAT and your results aren't good, how did you make it? That is why I keep telling you guys that you sell yourself. You let the school know your strengths. Okay, so even though you weren't good academically, you were good in sports or something. So let them know that. Can you get your deposit waived? Yes, it depends on the school. My sister lives in UVA and a community college. A college has an alliance with UVA, so it's easy for students to transfer. Okay. Someone is asking, do I apply to any BSc school and get in the US? Then yeah, you already answered this already. All right. So yeah, that is basically it for YouTube. Hello, please. My deficit for university is 22K. Aside even it's being 22K, like, can you come and pay the 22K here? If you can, then no problem, you can come for it. Now let me go to TikTok, because TikTok people are waiting for me, and I've seen a lot of good questions here. Hey, I have a lot to answer. Okay, I'm planning to apply to Georgia State University. Georgia State University, I applied to it, but I didn't end up going. Okay, so someone is asking, please, I've lost motivation 5 times, 5 denials. If you've lost motivation, then it means your why should be weak. Because let's assume this: someone tells you that in 1 year time, if you don't leave Ghana, they are going to you understand. Someone tells you that in 1 year time, if you don't leave Ghana, they are going to find you and you are going to beat. Would you want to give up because they refuse you 5 times, or you do everything that you can? It's like there should be that urgency to leave the country if you genuinely want to do. So there should be that urgency. If you don't have that urgency, you probably lose the motivation. So yeah, that is it. Passport, okay, passport. Status non-digital, good. How do you acquire I-20 and how long does it take? So the question is about how long does this take, how long does that take? It depends on the school. Even Legon and Tech, the admissions don't come on the same day, they come on different times, right? So for these questions, it depends on the school. And you acquire the I-20 after the admission. Once you get your admission, you submit a bank statement, an affidavit letter to the school, and then they give you the I-20, and it's the most important document. I already replied to the SAT question. You are right. Someone is saying this. I came here through soccer and I play here in North Carolina State. If there's any question, so his TikTok name is Law. Yeah, he came here through soccer. Okay. Who will help with SAT center registration? So to register for SAT, just go to College Board. So I'm going to share my screen in a second. So you just go to College Board. I don't know if I still have my account. I'm going to share my screen to those on YouTube in a second. Okay, good. So you just come to College Board. This is the official site for College Board. So you come here and then you create an account. It's very easy. So this is where you register for your SAT scores, your SAT test and everything. So student, create an account, and then yeah, you should be done. All right, so that is how to register for the SAT. Thanks for reviewing my document. All right, so I have 2 recommenders, one for my bachelor's and one for my master's. Can I get 1 for my ex-boss. Yeah, you can do that. 3 is very good. Minnesota 2 is very easy. Okay. What of those who don't have any bank statement? Wow. How do I answer this? Yao, which text did I ignore? Isn't an IL? Do American schools accept diploma certificate? Okay, so this one is a bit tricky because diploma here, it's like university in Ghana. Okay, so you'd have to do transcript evaluation to convert it into the US system, and then they will accept you as a transfer student, not like a first year student. So as a transfer student, Butterfinger says I'm late. Yeah, you can watch the whole thing on YouTube. The whole thing is on my YouTube. Abuja Embassy. Okay, what do you think about MBA in project management? Is it a course that I'll get a job right away? All right, so we'll talk about jobs in a second because of this question. Staying on school campus as an international student or renting your own apartment, which is easy. All right, so from what I know, I stand to be corrected. From what I know, to rent a place in the US, you need a credit score. And when you are coming here fresh, you probably don't have a credit score. So you'd have to find someone who already has rented the place and then become the person's roommate. So you are not the one renting the place directly. Now, if you live on campus, it's a bit easier because it's added to your school fees. But when you live off campus and you miss your rent payments for just 1 month, like 2 days after the month, you are getting kicked out. So that is the difference. That is the difference. Okay, so yeah, there's not much difference from it. Do USA universities accept Spantran? So the schools normally specify what they want. They will say that they want NASES, WES, Spantran, or anything. Flight school, internationals don't get scholarship. My uncle is a millionaire. Fees is 96K. Who is this person? The 22K, is it a year or per semester? A year. No school charge 22K a semester. As a Ghanaian, can I apply for a student's visa interview? Yes, you can do that. How can I join the UK military? Oh, I don't know about this. So, okay, so Abel is saying something very important. He says living off campus, sometimes you have to pay security deposit of about 2 or 3 months in advance. Very true. So most owners will be like pay security deposit. You see, Ghana, we do it in advance. Okay, so over here you pay for security deposit, and it can be quite expensive living outside. Very, very true. Can you explain what service fee is? And that some schools waive it? No way. So service fee is from the government. It's not from the school. And service fee is what they use to track you in the US, your movement in the US and everything. It's $360. It's not $350. It's $360 because I have paid service fee so many times, and they take $9.99 for transfer charges or taxes or whatever. So it's like it's $360 technically. How many semesters per year? 2. All right, so let me go back to TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. After graduation, how long can you stay in the US before you do 90 days? But before that, you would have gotten a job. Okay, cost of acceptance, cost of attending on my I-20 is 46K, and the funding for 12 months is 52,000. Does it affect 46K? There, no, they think you don't have the money. Yeah, I'm from Ghana. How easy is it to transfer schools from a place like China in your first year? You would have to talk to the school you want to transfer to. Yeah, you've not commented on this. I already commented on it. I already commented on the Spantran. My cost of attendance is 53K, and I have a scholarship of 24K. Okay, so let's do the calculation. Now we're going to do a very realistic calculation here. So let's say someone, what's my calculator? Okay, someone has, he says how much? $53,000 minus $24,000 scholarship, meaning he's supposed to pay $29,000. $29,000. Which job in America will pay you? I made a YouTube video telling you guys how much I got paid for working for 2 weeks in my school. You should go and watch it. It's on my YouTube, like the last 5 videos. How much I got paid, and see if you can actually use that money for something over here. Yeah, so you should be paid $29,000. How are you going to raise this? How are you going to raise $29,000 over here? It's a lot. Can SHS graduates apply to school in the US? Yes, you can. Okay. If I'm able to cover the tuition and books and everything from university side, how can a US citizen legally help me cover my remaining required living expenses from a visa perspective? Like, are you already here or in Ghana? I don't understand. How do you become a resident assistant? So every school has its policy. So for me, I went for the interview, and then since I'm already in the student government, it's like it became a bit easier because I'm already in the student leadership, and the student government comes first before the resident assistant. So if I'm in the student government, technically. Yeah. I've skipped some questions. Farida, which question? Farida, okay. What do you suggest, since I'll be using my uncle's and the money is there? My fees are 65K per year. Even if your uncle can pay this money, I wouldn't advise that you go for it. Even if your uncle can pay 65K, don't go for it. There are so many cheap schools over here. Why would you spend so much money on a particular school when you can be saving like $40,000 by attending a cheaper school? All right. How is okay? When they say transcript from US accredited institution, what does it mean? Okay, so they mean the WES transcript evaluations, Pantran, WES, NASES. They normally state it. They will write the people that they recommend. So yeah, my cost of attendance is 23K, no scholarship. Is it University of Colorado, Pembroke, or Pueblo? One of them. They normally have this. 35K a year of scholarship. 12K. Do you think taking out a loan makes sense? Okay, if you want to take a loan, you can go for it. If you have a citizen here who can guarantee for you, fine. All right, off topic, but any updates on the Lehigh guys? I don't know. How can I tell this? I don't know about this. All right, University of Minnesota. All right, so I was talking about the jobs over here. Now, getting jobs in the US could be a bit easier. At the same time, it could be challenging, especially when you are on a visa. So most of my friends here, I don't really know anyone who didn't get a job after graduating. So when you have a college degree, it's easier to get a job. And even I think last week they came to my school. Every month or every 3 months, companies come to your school. It depends on the school. So most companies come to the school to do job fairs, and then they interview people on the ground. So they would interview you, get your resume, and if you fit the job requirement and everything, you get a job offer instantly or some days later. So it's called a job fair. So when you get a job fair and you are on a visa and you did a liberal arts college, let's say you did political science, those reading courses, you get a 1 year OPT, which is like 1 year. Is it 9 months? Yeah, it's 1 year, right? So you get a 1 year OPT, so you can work for the company for 1 year. After 1 year, you either go back to school and get an I-20, or you find a company that would sponsor you to get a work visa, or you find your ways to get a green card. If not, you'll be stranded. But if you were in the STEM field, you did engineering, you did math and all those things, and you got a job in that field, you get 3 years of that OPT, and then you can work for 3 years. And by the 3 years, you should figure out your next plan to stay in the US. Yep. So yeah, it's easier to get a job. Can you talk about Houston Community College? I don't know about I haven't heard of Houston Community College before. And do not go for your interview with a community college. What if your family members are in the US? What about it? I'm a student. Should I also prepare my own bank statement? No. If you want to use your bank statement for, let's say, flights or something, you can add it and tell them that this is it. What's the tech job market like? Is it easier to get a job as a software? Yes, it's easier to get a job in a STEM field. This place, they need tech people. I believe the price of the tuition determine the quality of the school. No. So this is what happens to the tuition. When you attend a school in New York is a very expensive state, okay? It's like the most expensive states in America, if not number one. So cost of living would affect the fees in the state. It's like when you're living in Accra and you are attending a private school, the feeding or everything in Accra would be expensive compared to Kumasi. Yeah. I put my mom's details instead of my uncle's or my dear's for whoever is paying for my trip. In the interview, I mentioned my uncle, who is actually my sponsor. I was rejected. Was I supposed to put him? You'd have to put your main sponsor. The main sponsor should be on the DS form. I cover everything from uni's side, but other half of the living expenses, family member is willing to cover the remaining. How can I approach this to a visa? Wow, this is very smart. Okay. Well, it depends on the visa. It depends on the deficits that you have. If it's something that makes sense, then you have a good chance. When they say, I already answered the transcripts thing. All right, so let's connect. I'm a full stack job. Okay. Laderick, I've seen you. I know your DP. Laderick, I know your DP. So after getting a job, I can stay past the 90 days. No, after getting a job and your 90 days is up, you have to find your next immigration plan. So if you don't get a job again, or your company refuses to hire you because of whatever reason, you would have to find a way to stay in the US. You either get married, get your green card, or you apply for a school again, get a new I-20, extend your visa, and then stay. If not, then you would be here illegally, right? And most of you don't know this, but if your visa expires, you don't go for interview again. when your visa expires after the 4 years, you just submit your passport and your new I-20, and then they'll extend the visa for you. You don't have to go for any interview again. Yeah. So yeah, that is it. Basically, bring in your questions. I'm waiting. I wish I could stream on Facebook, but it didn't allow me. It didn't allow me, so I don't know. I don't know what to do. It didn't allow me on Facebook. Why is it not advisable to go to I saw this question coming. All right, so community colleges in the US are 2 years, right? And it's a diploma program. So when you go for your interview and you tell the visa officer that you are coming to a community college here, they'll ask you, what are your plans after school? And you'll be like, oh, after my program, I'll come back to Ghana to, pursue. They know that it's not true. Who in the world will go to a diploma program in the US and come to Ghana and do undergraduate? It doesn't make sense. Like, you understand? So they don't really believe you if you go for yes, you see someone is commenting, he's an American. The guy commenting is an American. He says 2 years is only an associate diploma. Also, you don't have a hostel, you don't get to live on campus, so you'll be miserable. So yeah, use the undergraduate route. And another thing that most people should learn is this journey is not an easy journey, in the sense that do not try to find shortcuts. There's no shortcuts like, I'll do this and I'll pass here. It's not shortcut. There's no shortcut. Even people who come to the US illegally, they don't get the shortcut, but they get stranded along the line, right? So do the best and then you'll be fine. I heard companies don't give internships or sponsorships for H-1B visas to enter. No, they do. If you find a good company and then you tell them, you let them know that you are an exceptional person, they'll pick you. Because mind you, you have to sell yourself to the company. Yes. All right. So whilst we wait for more questions, I'm gonna give you guys a very nice song so that we used to chill. I don't know if you two will strike me. I'm looking for a nice song. I love so many songs. I love songs. Should I play them? Check YouTube questions. How do you contact me? Contact me on Instagram.
Kibia anini muchumani rokno Shaima no hamjak nai kebangma Fia ani kapang bogila nini no Ya kare kelanya nule Shaima no ang amono Am jangung ni kebangma Shaima no ang abo Ya kare kelanya nule Shaima no ang amono Am jangung ni kebangma Shaima no ang abo
All right, so someone is asking, what advice would I give to a Nigerian who wants to apply for a visa in Ghana? Which advice? You should have a reason why you are getting the interview in Ghana. You should have. Yeah, because I'm good. All right, let me go to you. Are reading undergraduate or graduate? I told you guys no personal question. It's 35.5K good for the visa interview. Not even for the visa interview, but when you come in, you can't get that money. I'm telling you, you can't raise $30,000 here. If work, you can't get that money. It's not like I'm being negative or something, but I'm begging you guys, when you come here and you are stranded, there's nothing more depressing than that. I was rejected for a community college and I want to go for another interview for same place, even though it's hard. I'm applying for a third country national, Zimbabwe in South Africa. Yeah, you shouldn't go with a community college. My friend's visa journey always gets shut down for community college. You see, everyone keeps, I like how when I say something, people come with testimonies that community colleges won't help you. Community colleges won't help you. So you guys should learn from their story. Okay. If a community college is 2 years and you apply for a visa, shouldn't you get a normal 4 years? Everyone gets 4 years for student visa. The recommendation letter is the worry. It's been 5 years since I left my school. My lecturer staff won't believe I exist. Not kidding at all. I do have professional experience, but my bosses won't. You have to talk to the professors and tell them that this is the situation. And Ghana, they are say Osoketium. So you understand. My school is in Massachusetts, and that is where my sister currently is. Will that raise concerns? It could raise concerns. If second visa interview does not work, I will go to Germany where tuition is free and I already have language free. Very good. Can I apply for an undergraduate at 20? Yes, you can. Can I work in the USA as a government worker after school? Because I want to become a dentist and work as a government worker. Yeah, it depends on how you sell yourself and how valuable you become. You have to just place value on yourself and you should be fine because people are looking for value, right? So I have 35K deficit. Any advice? I have a sponsor. 35K is too much. Even if you have a sponsor, if they deny you, it's not easy. I didn't understand some child till I was denied. I have 35. Okay, I already answered this. Is it compulsory to get a sponsor before you apply to schools? I mean, who is going to pay for the school fees? So you have to get a sponsor. I have a family I can stay with, and they will cover my living expenses. Of course, I know not to mention this in the interview. What is a good alternative? I don't understand the question. Kwabena or Hini, if you want to link up, text me on Instagram. Because TikTok, if I try replying billions of messages, they just stops on sending the messages. They'll be like, you are sending what too much, whatever. So text me on Instagram. My Instagram is Charles Samna. It's a verified account, so you see it easily. Yeah, I like Instagram a lot. So, all right. So yeah, pushing your questions. Someone is asking, can you school in the US and work as part-time? Yes, on campus. Even if I have a full funding, do I still need a sponsor? You need a sponsor to explain what the school is not covering. So if the school is not funding your flights, you need to show that you can fund your flight. If the school is not funding for your living expenses, you have to show that you can cover it. In your experience, do you see who don't pursue them being able to get employment or stay? Yes. When I went to New York I was in New York last week. We went to see a friend and he didn't do a STEM program, but he had a job. How does one become an RA in a college as an international student? I mean, a resident assistant, you get it easily when you're an international student because they want that diversity thing. So mostly international students get it. You just have to prove that, yeah, you are capable. Your GPA has to be good. For my school, you have to get, I think, 3.5 GPA. Your GPA has to be very good. And then you shouldn't have any criminal record, as in like you shouldn't have been in trouble, and I had not been in trouble. And what else? You get interviewed and you'll be asked so many questions. You should show that community involvement and all those things, and then you should get it. Every school has its requirement. I completed SHS. Can I still apply to a school? And hey, with the age, you'd have to prove to them what you've been doing all this while. For me, they asked me why I'm now going to university, and I told them that I've been working in my dad's church. So yeah, it's a deficit of 24K good enough? An engineering major, 24K, it might be good. Or when you go for an interview, they can approve you back. Can you pay that money when you come here? It's unrealistic though. It doesn't really. Can you work outside the school only on vacations? I was denied. I had a deficit of 25K. I don't even know why I was denied, but I want to go again. If you filled your DS 160 form well and you spoke well, then you should be fine. Now, most people want to know the questions that you get asked at the interview, and I've already been telling you guys the questions that they normally ask, and it's the same thing. First and foremost, who is funding? They would ask almost everyone who is funding, and then why this school. So I prepared a document for you guys where you get the questions and then the questions they ask you and everything, and you find that on my YouTube channel. So I'm going to share with you guys how to find this particular document. It's free though, so let me share my screen with you guys so those on TikTok, I'm going to flip my screen. It's on my YouTube channel. It's on my YouTube description box. I'm going to flip my camera with you guys real quick, and then so you see over here, I'm sharing my screen now. So this is my YouTube channel. Sorry. So this is my YouTube channel. So you come to my YouTube, any of the videos, it's on under every video. So you come here. You come to any of the videos. So let's say this one. And then you just click on it. You just come to the description box. It's very easy. Don't think it's a lot. So this is a sample for the statement of purpose. So if you need a statement of purpose, this is a sample here. And then if you need the visa prep, you just click on this Docs, Google, whatever. Just click on it, and it will take you to
Need
the
a
document.
UGC video for your business? Find me and many other skilled creators on Fiverr.
So it will take you to this document, and then it has all the questions. You just download it, and then you should be fine. So this is the visa prep questions, and then so you can just download it then, and then you will be fine. Yep. All right, so that is it. If you guys, Empress Jemima, hi. Where will you download the question, please? So you go to my YouTube channel, Sam, or click the link in my description and go to any of my videos. It's in the description. Just click on the link. Then, okay. In your experience, do you often see international? I already answered this. Did you pay for your tuition before? So you normally pay enrollment deposit. It depends on the school. Visa officer saw 26K for cost of attendance on I-20. They not even want to see my docs, which would show they don't believe they have the money. Let me tell you how these people they see me. These people see us to be very low class people. They don't respect us like people who have money. Then they see we say like we don't get. Me, you say, imagine say somebody where they come out 777 like some village for Ghana. Then he go can't tell you say, oh, he get 5,000 Ghana cedis for in mobile money top. I didn't know they believe him. You go figure say, be own or something. So that be the same thing in the CV. Like they know the risk, they know the rate, they know the CV say we get. Then they see say we be like low income country. We be third class country. Say of America will be first class country. So people don't really get that money. Now you will be third class country. They know they believe it. So the best thing we say, you find a school that would give you a lot of scholarship. How difficult is it to get into UK universities? UK universities are very easy. I got into UK universities. They are very easy. Yeah. I wish this thing was showing on Facebook. Someone is asking.
Choice Hotels is a family.
Someone is asking, have you signed up for DV Lottery even though chances are not highest? Me, it's my first time having signed up, though I will not place all my hope on it. Well, okay. Can I write the SAT and still start applying? Because I learned this time. Yeah, so apply before you even submit to SAT. So apply for the schools and submit the SAT later. I said deficit is left with. Let me stop sharing. Okay, so Deficit is small, about 4K, and US citizen is willing to cover that for all 4 years. Oh, then you should be good to go. 4K there. You should be good to go. Can you get a scholarship as an international student? Oh, right. Please, for the bank statement, I use any one bank statement. Yeah, but you should show why that person can sponsor you or is sponsoring you. Yeah, so Charlie, America Swiss go sweet. Oh, yeah, America is nice. America is nice. Should you tell a visa interviewer that you have a sister in the US? What is the reason why you tell them? Is it easier to go to university in Europe than get citizenship? I don't know for this, bro. I can't tell for this. UK schools versus USA schools. Of course, USA is the ultimate and the greatest country of all time. US universities are the best, no matter what you say. Can you get a scholarship as an international student? And you said I didn't answer you. So all the videos that I've been making, yes, you can get. You can get. You can get. You can get. And please, another thing, I know people think that maybe I'm being too no or whatever you guys call it. Hold on, this is my life. You guys would think I'm being too, but please don't text me with hi or hello and just leave it there. I beg you in the name of God. Like, I wish I could kneel down and beg you guys. I beg you guys, don't text me hi or hello or send like waving emoji thinking that maybe I'll not reply. So you're just testing to see if you reply, because it's very, very painful when someone texts you and then they just go with hi. They don't say anything. So you are waiting for them to say hello and you didn't change my mood. No. Some people I need to, Abel. Abel is my producer. He's giving me advice on the side. Okay. No, you didn't change my advice. Junior Trini Jonas. Oh, all right. So don't text people with hi or hello and then leave it. Go straight to the point. Just text like, oh, hello. I realized that this, and I realized that this. So I would be glad if you're able to help me with this. Don't say hello and then the person will come and reply, hi, how are you doing? Please, I'm fine. How is it's long. Over here, the people here, to that's how they are. When you text them it's hi or hello, they don't mind you. They want you to go straight to the point. You have been affected by US patriotism. Now, if you were me that was in Ghana all my life, I didn't see anything happening in my life. I didn't see any good thing happening to me. Now, I've come here, there. Ramadan, like, thank you so much. Thank you. You would love America. I'm in uni, but I want to come start over there. Is it advisable I should come and do my master's? Okay, you can start all over, but don't quit or don't stop the university. Okay, do it at the side. My friend had full ride, but was still refused. He was approved in South Africa. Wow. Everyone in the experience. Okay. MA in political science, school questions. I'm doing political science. Yep. I don't know if YouTube will tell me that I'm using people's songs, but I'm gonna play a very sweet worship song. You guys will like this song. Ghanaians will like this song. Ghanaians will love this song. Let me share it. Someone is asking a very, very important question. But before I come to that one, someone is asking, how do you apply for your master's if you are done with bachelor's? Okay, so you have to find the schools offering master's program and then apply to it. Today, na English, I'd be na chi my guy. Oh, it's mixed. It's mixed. I'm sorry. It's mixed. I'm sorry. This song comes then because, oh, yeah, someone is asking a very important question. He says that I also want to do political science. What would you say are the biggest challenges for doing? Very, very important question. This is the most important question today. So the first challenge that you experience is that you don't know how the political system works over here. And that is my struggle, okay? I had a book here. Should it be here? I had a book here before I started the live. Oh, so this is one of the books that I'm using for my class. It's titled Governing States and Localities. It talks about all the 52 states in America. Now, the problem with you doing political science in the US as an international is that you don't know anything about the US. It's like you are coming from Nigeria or Togo and you are doing social studies in Ghana. It's like when they talk about, you guys do remember in the 2012 election, President Akufo-Addo fell off, the podium, and then they went to court, and then the whole lot. You weren't in Ghana at that time. You can't even relate to it. That is the same thing over here. When they are talking about even, something that happened in President so and so's time, I can't relate to it because I wasn't here. I wasn't even following the news over here. So it's like you are not used to how things are done here. When you're in Ghana, there are certain things that you can know. It's like politically, you just hear them on the news and stuff. But then in the US, it's the same thing here also. But then it's like, you haven't heard of it before. It's only for people who are here. So these are some of the challenges that I go through. So I have to do extra work than the other people over here. What if your sister is the sponsor? Yeah, you can just let your sister do it. You came with MPP and NDC, and here it's Republican versus Democrat, and these people's own is so advanced that you can't use the knowledge you had from Ghana. You can't use the knowledge you had from Ghana to apply it. It doesn't make sense because ours is not politics, so we are just feeling in Ghana. It's not politics. So which states do you advise for international students? Oh. Emmanuel Ajekum. All right, I'll apply. Which state would you advise? I can't advise your state to. You have to choose a state that you want to go to. A friend got asked whether his sponsor is a diplomat. Can you brief us on that? You can answer that. If your sponsor is a diplomat, just tell them that yes, he is a diplomat. Let me play my song, okay? Pretty tag, you forgot to tag me. Oh, under which post? For the students visa, what leads to the refusal? Home ties or bank statements? They just want to prove that you can pay. If you show that you can't pay, they don't really approve you. Is Alabama a good state? It can be a good state for me. It can be a bad state for someone. I would think Alabama is a good state, but someone who got abused or got beaten in Alabama would think that Alabama is a bad state. So I can't generalize it. Okay. So yeah, someone is asking, I have a relative not by birth. Yeah, you have to prove that even though he's in the US, you are not coming to stay here. Yeah. Okay, you guys keep the questions coming. It's 1-7. I'm going to give you guys 5 minutes to come on. And then in the meantime, text me on Instagram, not on TikTok. TikTok, the message won't come through because it's like a road. So text me on TikTok and text me on Instagram. My Instagram is Charles Sam. It's the same as my. Can you work and study to pay $10,000 a year? Yeah, I think $10,000 is possible. The reason why I'm saying $10,000 a year is possible is because it probably won't be $10,000. It will be less because it's an estimate. So let's say $10,000, meaning $5,000 a semester. $5,000 a semester. You can go for a payment plan. Payment plans are made in 4 or 5 installments. So 5 installments. Let's say 5. So you divide it by 5, meaning every month you pay $1,000. So if $1,000, you can, find a ways around it. If you get asked if you have a family abroad, if the person is sponsoring, yes, you say yes. All right. So in the meantime, text me on Instagram. Subscribe to this YouTube channel if you want to subscribe. Fine. And you guys are really doing incredible by pushing the YouTube as well. And if you want to read my book, I don't have a copy here because I've given them out, but they are in Ghanaian bookshops. They are in Parish Chapel Bookshop. Just go to Algenasaris Church, Parish Chapel Bookshop, and then ask for Sam Charles's book titled Bitter and Battered on Rejection, and just get a copy. You can get a copy, take a picture and send it to me, or tag me on Instagram, and I will probably post it. I don't know. And for political science, do the electives you choose hinder or help in job aspects? Okay, let me tell you guys the truth. Undergraduate over here doesn't matter, okay? It doesn't matter the kind of program you study in undergraduate. No one cares about your college degree. It's the master's and what you specialize in that really matters. Why am I saying this? So over here, you can do music, okay? You can do music for undergraduates, and then during your master's, you can go to law school. That is how useless your undergraduate could be. So it depends on what you specialize in, okay? So yeah, don't really stress much about that. Undergraduate. Don't really stress much about it. Undergraduate. Okay. Tuition is 28K and automatic scholarship 15K, but they also give out scholarship. Yeah, you can apply for it. Which school is that? Okay, Charlie, the site for the SAT again. Okay, someone who just request. So I've seen some people requesting for the this thing already, the visa prep questions. So I'm gonna approve him real quick. Sam will get in touch here on Instagram. Text me on Instagram. So I'm gonna share my screen so that you see the site for the SAT test. So you just go to College Board. I'm sharing my screen. So you come to College Board, and then you click on it, and then you go to register now. So College Board, register now, and then yeah, that is it. You just create an account, continue, create an account. It's College Board, very easy. No, so College Board, and then you should be fine. Make the person talk the school. So hey, all right. So if you guys don't have much questions, I was really prepared for a lot of questions today, but it's 1:11. We've been here for 1 hour and 11 minutes. Thank you guys so much. I had a chat with you before coming here. Oh, wow. Really? Text me on Instagram. Let me see. All right. So thank you guys so much for coming on together. Today is Saturday. I have a very boring life, right? Because I'm always alone in my school. I don't have friends. And I don't really go out on campus because I'm always alone. So the Future. Okay, guys. So Future has a song. So you guys should go and follow him on TikTok, and then plenty people are not on the live right now, but go and check out Future's new song, and then you can make a duet or something. You can use the song to make a video. It's a very nice song. You like it. He was my friend from high school as well. So yeah. Do you see many international students going to law route? Yeah, it's a bit uncommon, but it's possible. It's uncommon, but it's possible. You are scared of unemployment. You are scared because you don't know your next step. Think about the next step, not like the 5 years ahead, like the next immediate step. You figure it out. Charlie, you get a girlfriend? Yes, I have a girlfriend. You skip my question. Which question? I'm thinking of going to a community college, but I'm 19. I don't know what. Don't choose community college for your visa. Expensive CEO. Which question? I'm not seeing your question. Expensive CEO. I'm not seeing your question. Oh, but you're a nice guy. Thank you for your time. Oh, I mean, I'm a good person. Me, I'm a nice guy. Me, I know that I'm a nice guy. So if people say that, oh, Sam, he's rude, those WhatsApp groups that will be talking about me, that Sam is, I see all those things, but I don't care. Because I know that I am probably one of the nicest people you will call me. Oh, Fila to join. Does the undergraduate come with age limit? I don't think there's an age limit if you have a reason why you are now coming for undergraduate. I don't think you should have a limit. I don't think you should have a limit. So yeah, Phil, I've seen you. Especially, I mean, it's your question. Yeah, me, I'm a fanboy. Weka, mention on you meeting now, mention on your fresh back. Now, maybe I'm yes, come to meeting now. Please, please, I'm in French University in Morocco. Please, can I use my WASI resource and my French? Yeah, you can use it, but you have to convert the French to English because it's America. So, how long does the SAT? 2 weeks. It takes 2 weeks for it to come out. Yeah, it takes 2 weeks. Okay. I think that should be it. I'm done answering every question. Today's the first time I've answered everyone's question, and you guys are out of questions. So send your questions to me on Instagram. If you are probably shy or you don't want to post it out there for people to see it, I mean, I understand it because you have to do this thing low key. So send it to my Instagram, and then I'll see you guys at the brighter side of life. Okay, I already answered the community college one. I'll see you guys at the brighter side of life. My biggest problem not to leave this country called Ghana. By God's grace, you leave very soon, okay? So I'm ending it on TikTok first, and then I'll see you guys in the next whatever video or something. Yeah, thank you.